welcome aboard Cruise1st TV with Derek and Joe. And in this show, we're here to indulge you in 5-star pure heaven on board Celebrity Cruises and their grand fleet of the finest boutique ships. Now, all of our deals here at Cruise1st have the added plus of enjoying classic drinks and a Wi-Fi too. So you can just sit back, relax and enjoy true relaxation on your cruise.
Sounds idyllic. Now, in this show, we're looking ahead to next year and all the way into 2026 because now is the perfect time to plan your getaway. It means you can lock in fantastic prices, which we make really easy by offering low deposits. Coming up, we've got some real adventures to showcase, including your chance to take in the stunning beauty of Australia's Great Barrier Reef in a holiday punctuated with relaxing stays in Singapore and Sydney. And for those of you who crave a mix of culture and beaches on your holiday, we've got a great combo later. Relaxing beachside stay in Bali and a cruise journey through Indonesia and Malaysia, which sounds absolutely incredible.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? But first, can you imagine yourself exploring the wonders of Thailand and Vietnam, complete with stays in the fascinating cities of Singapore and Hong Kong? Well, if that's so, then we're going to head onto this 18-night package, which is available on a range of dates from next November through to March in 2026. Now, we're going to give you a price based on the 25th of November, when we will fly you to sizzling Singapore to enjoy this incredible city with a 2-night pre-cruise stay. Now, Singapore's wonderful because it really, for many people, is considered the gateway to the East. So you have a lot of beautiful things that you'd imagine visiting Malaysia, which is, and by the way, it's a tropical island too, so that helps, right? Lovely weather from the get-go. But at the same time, you also have, the fresh modernity, the familiarity of being somewhere that is very luxurious. Some of my favourite things to see in Singapore include the Singapore Zoo and the amazing UNESCO World Heritage Orchid Garden, where they have species you can't see anywhere else in the world. But look at the little I was going to say chimpanzee, it's an orangutan, isn't it?
Yeah, so cute.
So cute. And then it is on board, full steam ahead on Celebrity Solstice for 12 amazing nights on this gorgeous vessel. Now, the amazing thing about Celebrity is that it's all about that boutique cruising experience, in that there's a familiarity to the spaces, but they are also incredibly luxurious. From your lawn club, which actually has real grass. Now you can actually take a picnic up there, they'll arrange it for you. They have croquet, glass blowing, very cool. A beautifully stocked library if you just want to chill and read some travel books. Maybe you're going to sit there and plan what you're going to do in your ports of call. Talking about that, speak to the Shore Excursions team on board. They actually do presentations where they talk you through every port. They give you the Shore Excursion options, because you might be like, when I get into this port, there's 3 things I want to do. And they'll actually help you plan your day so you can kind of fit in as much as possible, which is great.
They do the homework so you don't have
exactly.
to. Which is lovely, actually, because you might have a bit of a plan. You might know people that have been to, for instance, I'm just going to pick one of the ports. We're going to Bangkok on this itinerary.
Yeah.
And there might be someone, friends or family, someone you work with or whatever, or just somebody in your world who's been there. So you might have some great ideas from them as well on things that you want to do there. But there'll be other places on the itinerary and you think, well, I've not heard of this place and I like the sound of it, but what shall I do when I'm there? Celebrity have the excursions that you can look at before you even get on the cruise. And as Joe says, the information while you're going along the cruise, the port presentations, the excursion team on board, they can really kind of help you out. As can places like TripAdvisor, Lonely Planet, all of these guides that you find online. Watch other people's videos of places they've been to.
Oh, absolutely. And, it will just give you a little flavour of what you can expect in these ports of call. Talking of flavour, my mouth was watering there, seeing some of the footage of the incredible food on Celebrity.
That sushi looked amazing.
Oh, having been on almost all of the Solstice class ships, I have to say, the food is spectacular. Whether you are just in the Grand Apani restaurant enjoying your dining experience every night, which is all included, of course, in your price, or you're going to treat yourself to a little bit of specialty dining. La Petite Chef is a wonderful entertainment experience alongside enjoying lovely food, and I highly recommend that, but book early for that one. So we're cruising out of Singapore, and the first port's going to be beautiful Koh Samui, Thailand, down in the archipelagos of Thailand, where you can take a tour of the An Thong Marine Reserve. Highly recommend that. Full day tour out to the beautiful reefs and islands, or maybe the elephant sanctuary. They're adorable. Then we have an overnight in the Thai capital. A bit of an assault the senses, Bangkok, but boy is this an exciting city, and it really comes to life at night as well. So if you can get out there at night, maybe ride a tuk-tuk, head to the night market, see some of the vibrant, exciting things that make this city so special. Next up, we are cruising on to Ho Chi Minh, which was once known as Saigon in Vietnam, and it has a lot of the war remnants, as you'd expect. You can head to the underground tunnels, you can go to the War Museum or the Mekong Delta, so you can see the jungle on a traditional boat. Very cool. Then Nha Trang awaits us. Beautiful, one of Vietnam's most popular seaside resorts. Now you can take a tour of Nha Trang by pedicab, speak to your team on board about that. It's a good way of seeing an overview of this beautiful, relaxing city. Chiang Mai awaits us next, which was once a stronghold, really, of this part of the world, and it's a World Heritage Site today, so you can see incredible buildings, and the Marble Mountain Beach is stunning. It's an internationally renowned resort to spend the day. And we have an overnight in Hanoi, brilliant, the capital of Vietnam, known for its centuries-old architecture. As you see, just some of the little tidbits that you can visit there. At the heart is the old quarter, where you've got those lovely narrow streets and roughly arranged by different trades. So a great place to shop as well. Vietnam's wonderful for shopping. We're disembarking in Hong Kong, and we'll have 2 nights in a hotel. Brilliant. This is such an exciting city. It's thrilling, quite honestly, Hong Kong. From riding the Star Ferry over to Victoria Peak, where you can take the funicular and see some lovely overviews, through to shopping in the downtown districts, and they're known for their electronics. Hong Kong has, I think, something to offer for everybody. It's vibrant, yet it's modern. It's traditional, yet it's updated at the same time. And then you've got the Kowloon Bay. Look at the views over Kowloon. It's amazing. That cityscape is something to be admired. And then we'll be flying you back to the UK after your epic adventure through the magical East.
It is amazing. I was just thinking of all the landmark places that you are visiting on this holiday. In fact, recently I was talking with the team, and we were looking through probably the last 12 months or so, just looking at places that you like to go and cruise to and the kind of offers and the packages that we have. And it surprised me in a lot of ways, actually, because it told me that there's still a lot of people book to this part of the world, but there's still a lot of people who haven't yet ventured, haven't knocked on the door of this part of the world. It's fascinating. And do you know what? I think people look at an itinerary like this and think, okay, I've never been to any of those places whatsoever, would love to see this part of the world. Having the familiarity of the cruise ship to go back to every single day, having the chance to book excursions with the cruise lines means that you are always in your safe space. You are always as safe as you want to be. Do you know what I mean? In terms of how you want to explore. Maybe you're a real adventurer. Maybe you think, well, you know what? Bangkok, that's it. I'm going straight for a wander. I'm going straight into the centre. I'm going to wander as I please. Absolutely fine. That's what the world is all about. But if you want something that's a little bit more planned, that gets you to see a little whistle stop of lots of different things, then excursions are absolutely brilliant for that. And let's just remind you that the ship itself is just pure heaven. I mean, the celebrity ships are 5-star all the way. Now, you can book this offer today for a deposit of just £199 each, which is brilliant. And it's not happening until November in 2025. So you can squeeze in a lot more holidays between now and then. But lock this price tag in today. Included the flight from the UK out to Singapore, 2-night stay in a city centre hotel, which is brilliant. 12 nights of cruising on Celebrity Solstice with your classic drinks package included, cheers to that, and Wi-Fi, and you're cruising Thailand, including the overnight in Bangkok, then on to Vietnam with an overnight in Hanoi. but also going to Ho Chi Minh as well. And you end the cruise in Hong Kong, and we've got 2 nights in a hotel there before you fly back to the UK. So a nice balance of stay and cruise here as well, which is lovely. Remember, low deposits today of just £199 each, and there are other dates for the package as well, from November in 2025 through to March in 2026. Obviously the price will vary by date, so talk to the team about other dates. But look, 2599, I mean, really? And that's stays in Singapore and Hong Kong, and that fabulous 5-star boutique celebrity cruise with classic drinks and Wi-Fi included. I tell you what, you cannot go wrong with Cruise1st. Here's the details to upgrade as well on board the Solstice. So if you want to upgrade to your ocean view or to balcony, or indeed to a fabulous suite, more and more people are choosing the suite option on these ships because they're saying, you know what, we're going all this way, we're going all that way. We're doing the whole jolly lot. Let's make this the best holiday it can possibly be. It's a landmark one. It's the first time you're discovering maybe a different part of the world. Incredible. Do it in the level of style that suits you. And talk to our team right now here at Cruise1st, 0800 953 4700. Remember, there are thousands of other offers on our website as well, at cruise1st.tv.
Literally thousands.
I know.
So many to choose from.
So many. Right, let's go down under and to Bali as well, and to Singapore. Oh, let's just go everywhere. And we're going to spend some time in both Singapore and Sydney on this holiday as well. 20 nights, 23rd of March, 2026. I know it feels like a million miles away, but we'll lock it in today with a deposit, and we'll kick off this adventure with a rather exciting flight to Singapore, and we've got 2 nights there in a hotel. You were talking about the zoo earlier in Singapore, Joe. You can actually do a nocturnal safari at the zoo in Singapore as well, like a night safari, which for me sounds absolutely fascinating because, as you know, I am a night owl.
Yes, and so am I. I love that idea, yeah, and it is a spectacular zoo. The Raffles Hotel, of course.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
The founder of Singapore.
Yeah.
You have to go and have that iconic Singapore sling. They do a Virgin one as well.
One at a time?
One at a time, responsibly, of course.
Unless it's the Virgin, then you go for your life.
Yes, you also have the Gardens by the Bay. They are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much incredible architecture in Singapore to enjoy. Then it's time to cruise on board the beautiful Celebrity Solstice. You're going to be on board for 2 weeks. 14 nights, so you have got your classic drinks and Wi-Fi included, which is brilliant because, I mean, we're talking about your coffee, your things like your Americanos at the coffee shop as well, things like your blended drinks, your spirits, your wines, your beers. That really takes a lot of the fuss and a lot of the worry out of cruising.
Oh, can I just say as well, just very, very quickly, I don't know why this has just popped into my head, but I think a lot of people think, okay, cruise ship cocktails, they're going to be pre-mixed, they'll just get a bottle out and pour you out of that bottle. No. Every single cocktail is made to your requirements, so the way you like it. Obviously, you know, let the server know the way you like it, and they will make it fresh there in front of your eyes. I just wanted you to know that, because I still think that some people have this idea in their head that there's so many people on cruise ships that they can't possibly make each cocktail individually. It would take too long, so they just have them all pre-mixed behind the bar. No, absolutely not. And this, remember, is a 5-star cruise ship, so everything is at that smart boutique level. Yeah. It's not for Lord and Lady so-and-so, by the way. This is just for people that love the best of everything, and that's everyday people like you and I. Do you know what? We should all have the most fabulous holiday. And listen, if that's 5-star, it's 5-star. Life is only once.
Absolutely, and it's new luxury.
Yes.
Just like you were saying, Derek, it's not the fussy luxury. You know, the spaces are pared down, yet still incredibly glamorous. And like you were saying, you know, they have brilliant mixologists on board, people that come from a 5-star background, 6-star backgrounds.
Well, it's a show in itself.
It's a show in
being
itself.
At the bar.
You see flair bartending. I mean,
Yes.
they're very, very skilled. And the martinis on board are spectacular on Celebrity. I think best cocktails at sea.
On the ice top bar.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I mean, listen, when we talk about boutique luxury, we're talking about boutique luxury for now. Not boutique that was boutique 25 years ago and, blimey, it's, you know, past its best. We've all seen those kind of places. This is the ultimate in new design, everything being smart, And listen, there are so many cruise lines out there that everybody needs to be on their A game, and Celebrity just bring it.
Yeah, every single time. And the shows, my goodness, the shows in the theatre, you're going to be completely spoiled. World-class Broadway, West End calibre is what we're talking about. Cruising out of Singapore, 2 days at sea, is going to see us into beautiful Benua, which is the port for Bali. Whilst you're in Bali, it's the island of the gods. They have amazing temples. Uluwatu is right up in the mountains, and you can see a cultural show there, which is super cool. You might want to head to the monkey jungle. Just beware of the cheeky little devils. Then it's Darwin in the top end of Australia. You can actually cage dive with crocs in Crocosaurus Cove.
You don't have to, though.
You don't have to. It's not obligatory.
You can watch other people do it.
Absolutely. Or you might want to head to Kakadu or Territory Wildlife Park while you're there. Then it's Port Douglas, which is your port for the beautiful Barrier Reef, your first one. But whilst you're in Port Douglas, you also have the kicking off point for Whitsunday Islands. You can take a cable car over the rainforest canopies. Beautiful part of the world. Yorkeys Knob is up next, and this is kind of, it allows you to see the best of this part of the country, the Daintree rainforest, the Whitsunday Islands and the Barrier Reef all there as one, and the Marlin Coast as well. Then it's Airlie Beach. Now this is for the Whitsundays, the best area for you to view the beautiful Whitsunday archipelago, 70 islands, and that does not even do it justice. I tell you what, you'll be absolutely blown away by the views. We are disembarking in Sydney for 2 nights, so you get to enjoy a lovely sort of contrast from being in the reef through something a little bit more bustling now you're in Sydney. But the lovely thing about Sydney is it's not overbearing in terms of how busy it is. It's much more spread out, so you've got different areas like the Rocks, Darling Harbour, the Harbour Bridge, right there, the amazing Opera House. You can take a lovely harbour cruise, which will take it all in. They also have some great galleries, and Taronga Zoo up on the mountain is gorgeous. Sydney is an amazing city. Australia is an amazing country, and you get to explore the most intriguing part, which is the Great Barrier Reef. My goodness, a lot of Australians have not even seen this part of their country.
And it's massive, I mean, it's absolutely huge. You might think, okay, they make such a fuss of the Barrier Reef there, but it is vast. I mean, it is hundreds of thousands of kilometres or something, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot. It's not just like, a little spit out in the ocean. It is vast, and it's got to be seen as well. Remember, there's lots of different ways of seeing it as well. So if you don't dive or snorkel, not a problem. There's still plenty of ways of you getting very, very close to the action. So this is March in 2026. 20 nights all told, off to Australia and Bali. It does sound absolutely amazing. We'll fly you from the UK out to Singapore, so that flight is included in the price. 2 nights in a hotel there in the city, and then you've got 2 weeks of cruising on Celebrity Solstice. We're just relaxing in the most incredible luxury, fine food, wonderful spaces, that lawn club, and the incredible entertainment with classic drinks and Wi-Fi all included. So cheers to that. We're sailing to Bali and round Australia to those perfect ports for the Barrier Reef, and then ending the cruise in Sydney, but staying for 2 nights in a hotel before the flight back from Sydney, Australia, back to the UK. Now, I don't know about you, I've never tried to book flights from Sydney back to the UK at all, but I kind of imagine that the price tag I'm going to show you for the whole holiday here is just flights to Australia and back. I mean, listen, what do I know? But look, deposit today of £199 each, by the way. I mean, look, doesn't that feel like that's how much it must cost to get, because you never hear of people just going, yeah, I'm going to Sydney for a 2-week holiday. You never hear people saying that, do you? When was the last time you ever heard anyone say, I'm just going to Sydney for 2 weeks? You just don't, do you? Look at this. And everyone wants to go to Australia, surely, don't they? £199 each deposit gets it secured today. I know, tempting, isn't it? Here's your upgrades, by the way, on Solstice. So just £99 more to go ocean view, so that's easy peasy, isn't it? Balcony's just an extra $299, and it is a 2-week cruise, so you know what I'm thinking. Yeah, absolutely. Because that would make that, blimey, just over, what is it, 4099, yeah. 4099 balcony. I mean, listen, when you're talking about this kind of, calibre, this kind of distance of travel, actually, in the grand scheme of things, if you could, you would, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Yeah. It is nice, isn't it? Listen, if you want to know more, talk to the team, 0800 953 4700. It's a free call away, remember. So lovely to have your company here at Cruise1st TV. We are talking wonderful celebrity offers here to Asia and Australia in pure luxury. And our third and final deal in this show is Indonesia, Malaysia and Phuket discovery with a Bali stay. Oh my word, there's too many things in one. You're going to love every one of them as well. 19 nights, 9th of January 2026. Fly away from cold, wet, dark here to Indonesia and to, more specifically, Bali for 5 nights in a hotel. Now, I know spiritually, Jo, this is your second home, isn't it?
It is. I adore Bali. I've been fortunate to visit quite a few times. I've done retreats there. I've been there just to, you know, do a spa weekend from Australia and things like that. Oh, it has so much to offer, and it's impossible not to fall in love with Bali. They do call it the island of the gods for a reason. You have obviously got some incredible temples, and because it's been influenced by many cultures over the years, there's a touch of Japanese, Chinese, Dutch influence. You know, you got everything there. There's temples on the waterfront up in the mountains. And then you've got the great beaches as well. And don't forget, some of the best massages every day. You can enjoy a lovely massage from brilliantly skilled people. Then it's time for us to join the Celebrity Millennium. And we are going to be on board for 12 lovely nights on the Millennium. She's a beauty. She is an iconic celebrity vessel. And, you know, when it comes to new luxury, by the way, your drinks and your Wi-Fi are going to be included. It's, you know, it's the best way to cruise, I think. You know, it's not fussy. The lovely thing about celebrity is there's no, you have to go to dinner at this time, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's very relaxed and low key, yet at the same time you feel like you are truly somewhere very, very special.
Yeah,
you know,
it
a
is.
Very sophisticated hotel at sea.
It is lovely. And actually, you know what? The kind of people that love celebrity cruises are people who do like the finer things in life. Yeah, absolutely. And are not ashamed of that in any way, shape or form. But also like meeting fascinating people as well, because actually these ships are, because they are 5-star and because they are wonderfully accessible, you meet the most fascinating people. And bear in mind, because we are heading out of Bali on this cruise, remember, you are going to meet people from right the way around the world who are taking this opportunity, which will be fascinating in itself. But it is so relaxed as well. Please don't think, because we talk 5-star and we talk luxury, please don't think that it's going to be as stiff as a board and very, very formal. And, you know, it is very, very relaxed. Of course, the tone changes slightly in the evening, as you would want to. You're on a 5-star ship after all, so you want to bring out your finest as well.
You do.
When you're doing that. But the whole thing is a great laugh as well. It's fantastic.
Look at the Rendezvous Lounge. They've just undergone an extensive Millennium Revolution upgrade, 500 million fleet ride. So a lot of these beautiful spaces have been reimagined. They're absolutely gorgeous. Whether you are wanting to enjoy just, you know, a lovely martini and listen to some piano music, or you want to you know, really get immersed in one of the featured theme nights that they might have on offer with the cruise staff and their team. There's something for absolutely everyone. And on this vessel, there are 0 announcements, meaning you're not disturbed with loud things every 5 minutes. I mean, it's about you really being able to escape and get away from it all.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Obviously, you'll be notified of things you need to know, but just not in a disturbing way. And I love that, because this is about your holiday and you being relaxed and enjoying everything. So we're cruising out of Benua, the port for Bali, and our first port we're heading into is going to be Lombok, which is a neighbouring island, and it's very low-key and relaxed. It's all about natural beauty, Lombok, whether it be venturing to the waterfalls or just grabbing a bike and cycling around and enjoying. They also have amazing crafts there. Next up, it's Selokan Bawang, which is in northern Bali. So this is an even further opportunity to explore the wonders of Bali. You might want to head to the incredible Banjar hot springs, which are up in that region. Dip into the hot springs. Kuala Lumpur awaits us next. Port Klang, where you can head to see the beautiful Petronas Twin Towers, or the KLCC Park, for amazing views over the city. Or maybe you're going to head over to the Independence Square for even a home visit. Then we have an overnight in Penang in Malaysia. Definitely a place you want to explore for a little bit longer, hence why we're there for an overnight. And Georgetown is perhaps one of the best preserved cities in Southeast Asia. So UNESCO World Heritage, protected beautiful temples, including the Kek-Lok-Si temple. Then it's Langkawi, and this is where you'll explore some natural beauty and learn about the ecology in this port through the Rice Museum or a mangrove tour perhaps. And do speak to your very well-versed celebrity shore excursions team on board, because they'll have tons of ideas for you. We have another overnight in Phuket, which is lovely. You might want to see the elephant sanctuary, which is something I got to do in Thailand this year, and it was unforgettable. These are amazing creatures. But the beaches there, my goodness, absolute paradise like you could never imagine. Thailand is stunning. Then we're into Singapore, where we'll disembark, and of course your flights are included back to the UK. If you'd like further in Singapore, or even if you want to extend longer in Bali at the beginning, then speak to our team of how they can tailor this trip for you. But what a lovely, relaxing itinerary this is.
Yeah, and you might well want to fly on to somewhere else from Singapore before you come home. Not a problem there. I'm just thinking, you know, you could have a cheeky few nights somewhere in Australia, not too far away from Singapore in terms of flight, or, you know, maybe somewhere else in that part of the world. This will get your juices flowing. Right. Deposits on this one, just £199 each, by the way, which is really, really good. And the price tag our team have put together, again, amazing. This is our relationship with Celebrity Cruises. This is Cruise1st being a business that has been around for a long, long time, and really do have a really cemented relationship with all of the major cruise lines. And I think, you know, when you consider that includes the flights and the cruise, it's just brilliant. And 5 nights on Bali, all of that for just over £3,000 each. Plus, you can very, very easily, as Joe said, add nights in Singapore at the end of this cruise, or add to the 5-night Bali stay, make it a week, you know, completely up to you. Just talk to the team. Now, if you're looking to upgrade while you're on board, good news, because look, just another £99 to go ocean view again on this one. $299 up to your balcony. Or maybe you fancy the suite for this one. It is a lovely 12-night cruise to remember, to be remembered as well. Oh my word, and the suite perks as well. Talk to the team about those. I wish I had time to go into them. I don't right now, but talk to the team. You will love it. It's the very best of everything anyway, but obviously the more you upgrade, the more gorgeous it becomes. It's incredible. 0800 953 4700 is the telephone number to call. Remember, it is free to call us here at Cruise1st. All dreamy offers. I don't know how we choose between them, to be honest.
Some really cracking offers.
I say this every show, but it's so true.
Yeah, but especially for celebrity, those price points. And you know, just remember, we are bringing you some offers here well ahead of time. So you're securing them at this point in time. Think of it, it's going to be a timestamp. You're going to look back and think, oh gosh, I should have booked that deal when it was so low. You've got to do it, because then ahead of time you can secure that price, and then of course you've got till your due date to complete, and it just makes it so easy for planning trips into the future and having things to look forward to, especially in the colder months. Yeah, that's a very, very good point as well, actually. As soon as you see a deal that you like, especially when they have the low deposits, lock it down, because sometimes trying to keep a cruise price at the same price for any period of time is like trying to get a pot of yoghurt and a pair of knitting needles and make a jumper. It's not easy, let me tell you. Our team do an amazing job, and we'll keep those prices still for as long as we can, and that's why deposits are so important. Listen, there are 1,000 more celebrity offers on the website as well at cruise1st.tv, and there are lots more shows coming your way, so get ready for more exciting surprises. See you later. Catch you later.